right. Good morning, my dogs. Good morning. Good morning. It is 6:32. I'm sorry I'm a little late. Hopefully everyone's feeling well. It is Thursday. My name is Scott Redler. I'm the Chief Strategic Officer of T3Live.com. This is the 6:30 Club. We've been doing this since 2020. Holy cow, 5 years. I've been in this business for 25 plus years. And guess what? It takes a lot to keep your mind right. It keeps a lot to keep your process focused so you can handle whatever the day is thrown at you. That's why we get up early. That's why we do the 20 at 5:20. That's why I'm in a real sauna, sweating it out with my dogs who have subscribed to that subscribe button above, where we talk about the day, we talk about the narrative, we think about what we have to do in order to get our mind right so we can execute on the X's and O's. And today, futures are up 30 handles. Happens, right? NVDA is behind us. NVIDIA's report was very solid. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. Their guidance wasn't phenomenal, but bottom line is the stock's been in the same place for like 9 months. So chances are, after we get a little bit of noisiness where they're going to probably make all the guys who bought calls and puts lose, we'll see something happen over the next few days, which will give us some clues on whether or not, this market wants to continue or stay in some kind of corrective defensive mode. All in all, we've had a very methodical week where, last Friday, the market put in a bearish candle, really bearish candle. If you look right here, this was last Friday when we broke below 607. Remember that candle came all the way down, and then that was a good spot to cover some shorts, get a little long, and now here we are pretty much at the bottom third of this range. Like right now, but for some reason, Trend Spider is not doing what it should be doing. I think they have an overload. I don't know. So this looks a little bit different. But the bottom line is you can almost see it visually. Like you could see, hey, from 613 down to 589, that's like 14 points. Right now we've retraced back up a little bit. The question is, do we stay below this and create a big H sell setup for lower prices? Or, do we, just continue this range and work our way back up towards maybe 603 or 607? I don't know. I'm just trading this range the same way. You're getting some very specific trades. You're getting some things going on. As of right now, we're within this candle. I was just talking to my friend Pete and was like, wow, it made sense, covering some shorts into this 590, made some sense buying a few things, and even made some sense selling into that, from 590 to 599, right? We talked about that, and also in the 520 club to trim some. But did they really have to go all the way back down towards 591, 592 yesterday? That's big violent ranges, my dogs. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to be caught in no man's land. You don't want to, buy things at areas where you can't trade your way out of it. So ask yourself when you're putting on a trade, is this trade worth it? Is this a compelling area? Otherwise, you don't need to be in the trade, okay? Because it's a little violent out there. So anyway, with that being said, do we stay in here or do we, fade again? At this point, NVIDIA, it was pretty solid. Like here, sorry for the chart the way it is right now, but bottom line is if you look at this overall range in NVIDIA, which, we were in 2024, in June of 2024, okay, the stock was at, 140. Okay, here we are in February of 2025. We're still in this range. So the PE is going down, which is what the bulls will say. The bears will say, well, the rate of, of earnings and this and that is also not going to be as high. So anyway, at this point, we'll see how it goes. You had your first move up to a lower high here. So at least we have this mini downtrend. We'll see what does it do today. I'm probably going to do a little less. I'll watch NVIDIA today, but NVIDIA is going to be a noisy trade. They're going to get everybody who bought options, the 140s or the 143s, they'll be losers. Anyone that bought some of the 120s or wherever it is, they're going to be losers. I actually, into strength, I bought a little bit of the 120s just in case. That'll be a loser. It's fine. Options risk is premium pay. But ultimately, it's good that it's hanging in here. And you know what? You could, if this could rebuild, I would think at some point, there'll be a nice trade here. It all depends on how it goes. But today, it'll probably be a little noisy. You don't want to overtrade NVIDIA. CRM's down 4%. Snow's up a bunch. I will say, you're getting some good trades. A lot of my dogs caught Amazon, right? Look at Amazon. Amazon led the market lower, had a gap from earnings, broke below this area, and then a lot of the guys were buying, into the belly of the beast. And bottom line is that it's coming back up into some resistance, and it's up 3 points this morning. It's one of my longs, so that's helping my morning. So thank goodness for Amazon. We'll see how that goes. Some guys like, hey, Red Dog, Google has been in the penalty box. Can it get some kind of bounce? It hasn't bounced yet. Um, Look at Google. What a disaster. I actually was thinking about playing a bounce here and then, thank goodness, get out of the way. So anyway, this is how treacherous this market's been. But at least if you take a step back and you say, hey, I don't care if it's Google, all you know is you had a big pro earnings gap to the downside, a bear flag continuation. This actually is gone. I don't even know why it's there anymore. So, all in all, a chart's a chart. And for some reason, TrendSpider can't put the moving averages on there, so I get it. So, yesterday was also hard because, we talked about buying Palantir, which I did in the belly of the beast. I had Despise and Palantir and a few other things. Some guys had Apple Oven because it was so battered and bruised, and 2 short reports came out on it. So I feel bad, that sometimes that's the market. It happens. So this is Apple Oven. Holy cow, look at the size of this move. Again, this is Magic Charts, not Magic Charts, TrendSpider. For some reason, it's not, really picking some things up. But just to show you, you had your big gap up. This was your gap up. Had a move. Most people are out at 488. But if you did try, into this support, maybe you made a little bit of money. I bought some options yesterday. I bought some 355 calls. You can't really see the gap in here. I'm not sure why. There was an upgrade. The CEO came out on it and said, hey, the fraud report is not right. So anyway, this is up a little bit. It's up 14 points. So the question is, kind of go up a little bit more. Let me see if I can get the other chart up here. Let's see. Go here, app, go to the intraday, go to the 90-day. So here's your gap. So you can see it a little bit better with this chart. So the question is this going to get above this gap and fill it? It's a very dangerous name. So, it's not the kiddie pool. This is a big boy swim. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see if it can actually fill this portion of this gap and get towards this area. If it does, I'll make some money in my options. And as you can see here with gaps mean something. If this was going to be really, really strong and continue to the upside, it would have never have filled the post-earnings gap. That was an exhaustion gap. Here, it didn't fill the gap. That was different. And look at the size of that move. What happened here? Gapped up and failed. So different kinds of moves. You have to know how to react based on different types of setups. Okay, each gap has a different meaning. So anyway, with that being said, we'll see if this gets filled or not. Sometimes you get even if the short report is wrong, there's so many dead bodies in these things that it just doesn't trade the same. So just say be careful. I lost money buying the stock yesterday. After the CEO came out and wound up losing there, and then I converted it to options. So I'm hoping that we get a nice little move like this, and I'll make my money back in options because I knew what I could handle. I'm like, at least options risk is premium paid. Stock, I don't know. I stared at it a bunch of times. Even Red Dog, I've been doing this a long time. I didn't take it, and it would have been nice to be able to take it and be up 13 points, but it is what it is. As far as some other names, Palantir. Actually the charts look better here. You could see that there's still, there's still a little lower area. Okay, so we'll see whether or not this wants to continue to have some kind of broken bounce because this is a broken stock now. That would lead it back to about 95. This too, had a ascending channel that broke to the downside. What does that mean? That means the trade changed, right? You were going up like this, and all of a sudden, this day was when the trade changed. This was the day to get the hell out of the way. And now we're seeing what kind of bounce back we have here. Anyway, do you guys see what happened to Gene Hackman? What the hell? He's in New Mexico. Him, his wife, and his dog were found dead. Holy sugar honey iced tea. What the hell is going on with this world? Let me say hello to some of my dogs from around the world. What's up? Smithman says, good morning. App has just went from up insane valuation. That's true. Apple was nasty yesterday. This is a tough tape. You have You had a lot of names falling 20 to 25 to 30% off highs while the indices were down 3%. There was a lot of weakness under there. What's up, Rocky? What up, Sweden? Good luck today. Same to you. Dell could impact NVDA today. Okay. What else we got going on here? We got Patrick saying good morning. What's up, my homies? What up, Rip? What up, Bloomington? James, how's it going? What's up, Blair? How's everybody feeling today? So it is Thursday. It is Thursday. Hopefully everyone's feeling well. It's been a week. Hasn't been the easiest. Been a lot going on. It's never easy, right? If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. But again, if you have your routine strong, your process in place, you could put multiple plans together and then approach the day and then let the day just work itself out, and you could execute with confidence based on your preparation. If you come in trying to throw things against the wall with coin flips, you might make money once or twice, but you're never going to have a career. That's why we created Red Dog Mindset, to get the mindset for the X's and O's of Redler All Access and the Alpha team. But anyway, anybody know more to that story? Tesla's still taking a beating. Yeah, Tesla was really weak yesterday. Tesla tried, I guess I don't know what's, with Elon's antics in Washington, and he's probably who knows, when was the last time he was in a Tesla headquarters? I don't know. So, he went from, having the keys to the castle to all of a sudden, it's just been battered and bruised. So we'll see what's next there. It is what it is. Tesla, I caught one trade in Tesla, and then I lost money in Tesla. We'll see what it does today. Tesla, last I looked, was up a little bit. It's up a whole $4.70. But listen, guys, you had a lot of ways to navigate Tesla. Tesla was in a very strong trend. We made a lot of money as it went from this gap. Remember, I talked to you guys about gaps, and then it broke. Then it had made a red dog reversal high here. This was your red dog reversal high where it pushed above and couldn't hold it. Then you had a lower high, a lower high, a lower high, a lower high. Then remember, everyone was talking about the double bottom at 325. Well, double bottom broke right there, and now this is where we're at. So again, not the easiest of times, especially even in Tesla. Let's see. Let's go to the magic. How does it look on the magic charts? Tesla. Yeah, listen, guys. If you're a good short, maybe you made a lot of money short this thing. I hope so. I made a lot of money to the upside because I'm really good at being actively long. I'm really good at holding stocks and making higher highs and higher lows. I'm really good at adding through price points. Scott, trying to press indicators on TrendSpider to get your moving averages. Let's see. Right here. Nope. Indicator list. No data for this symbol. I think there's something wrong. I couldn't even get on what's it called? I couldn't even get on TrendSpider yesterday, and I couldn't put the 40 charts that I normally put up in Redler All Access and the Alpha team, so I had to figure it out and adjust. But anyway, Canada 100% tariff on Teslas. Okay, that's not fun. What do I think about NEO? I like NEO. NEO to me woke up yesterday. NEO finally had a real trade here where I've been buying options for a while, and now I would think with a little bit of time, I don't see why NEO can't get up towards this little area. Let's hope that it hangs in here for a day. China's been strong. I am along a few sets of calls, and this was the first day it really got above moving average, so I would think it can get up to there. So it'd be nice. It'd be nice. Bob has been obviously best in breed. Holy cow. What a friggin' fantastic name. So Baba looks like it's setting up again also. I'd like to see Baba hang out a little bit, go sideways, maybe build a little bit above yesterday's gap up right here. The longer it does, hey, maybe there's another trade. Remember back down here, we said it can go to 118-ish area, which it did. Then it powered through. Now you go to the weekly chart to see where it can get to. And weekly chart looks like, the longer it hovers here, the higher the probability it continues. So you can almost bring this here. This is now your high. This was one spot. That was your second spot. I started talking about this down here. So I'm hoping everyone had a big money trade in Baba. I would think so. And at this point, we'll see, a little bit of sideways action would go a long way. Now you can even lower this to here because that's your last point of reference. So China's been great. Hopefully you made some good money. I know Baidu wasn't great. Baidu's still kind of rebuilding here. Just goes to show you how you have to really be in the right names. It's not, everything's just not working at the same time. Go to the daily chart of this. I had options here for earnings and it sucked. Excuse my French. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It did. This is gone now. So if you want it to be long Baidu, because you're like, hey, Red Dog, I think Baidu is going to wake up. They have autonomous driving, they have robotics, they have everything there is. It's just unloved. Well, maybe you could be long Baidu versus this spot, which is around 86, and at some point it gets a little bit better. What'd you say? NEO was 505 overnight, gave it back. Earnings next week. Yeah, XPEV, and listen, LI has been much better. So is XPEV. They've been much better than NEO. So I'm just hoping that NEO plays a little catch up. I don't know why. Maybe LI is doing better, but look at that move. But it also had to start from somewhere. Started when it got above this trend line, and then all of a sudden, look at this. This is at higher highs. So it can be done. So if NEO wants to deliver, if they're if they come out on their earnings call and they show some new vehicles and et cetera, maybe maybe we get a nice little move here. It's, again, shouldn't be an over focus, but it's just something. You making me take a little bit of more of a look like this, and why can't this get to 770? Wouldn't that be nice? If this gets to 770 in the next month, Red Dog's going to Sizzler. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Would you be able to expand the stop place wiggle room? What? If you listen, some people say, hey, Red Dog, where do you put your stops? Well, you got to put your stops when the trade changes, not on your monetary amount. If you're getting stopped out because you're losing too much and then the trade is working out afterwards, that means you have too much size and your risk tolerance isn't there for that much. So anyway, what else? Yes, let's talk real quickly about IBIT. Someone was, this has been tough. Look at this though. You had your upper range. It broke. Remember this Red Dog reversal sell right here? That I think was at like at 98,000 for Bitcoin. Then Bitcoin broke 94,000 and hit 86. So basically, IBIT kind of held this old gap here. Now we'll see. Does it build a bear flag down here or retrace? I'd like to see Bitcoin get to like 72 to 76,000. That's where I would reload. I'd even buy more personal in my Coinbase account besides trading it here. Snow's up. Hood. I haven't been trading Hood, but wow, look at this move lower. But Hood had a really big move, and then it broke its upper flag, and it's been on the defense. Kind of broken. I guess it could see a bounce back towards where it broke down from. But it's one of those names that I hope it continues to do well because I'm a private investor in public.com, which, I'd love to see that thing come public. Then Red Dog will go to more than Sizzler. Maybe we'll go to Del Frisco's. I'm kidding. Anyway, I haven't looked at Roblox. Snow's up a bunch. I guess we'll see if it holds. Whereas that's snow. It's so weird the way the charts look right now. I'm sorry. But anyway, this is where it is right now. 195 is a big level for snow. We'll see. Does it get above and stay above that or not? This stock's been kind of reborn. So I know my friend is an original investor in this thing, and he loves it to death still. But in order to get some traction, which might not be today, this is your 195 area. So all in all, it's acting better. Different than CRM. CRM was down a lot. Wow, look how battered and bruised this stock's been. These are all old lines. I haven't looked at this in a while, but you look at where it broke down from, and now I guess you could say, hey, broken. There's not a lot of good charts out there. Grab. I haven't looked at Grab in a while. Get it done. What's it been doing? But choppy mess. All those names though kind of went into a little bit of a corrective phase. So just kind of rebuilding. I guess if I were to be long, I would say you could be long versus 450, and then see how long it's going to take to kind of rebuild. All the names, look at this. Every stock I know is in like rebuilding mode. You're tactical, you're playing ranges, you're loving and leaving it. There's no stocks ready to break out, ready to go. It's not that kind of environment, which when that happens, you have to have self-control. When that happens, you have to make sure you have no FOMO. When that happens, you need to be prepared with levels. Otherwise, you're going to be buying things in no man's land and getting hurt. I know a lot of guys that went home long, sold a lot into 599 in the spies. And let me buy 596. Oh, let me buy 595. And then all of a sudden, he continued to bleed lower and got stopped out before the bounce. And now we're back up here. And they're probably like, wow, that was not fun. Anyway, XBI has been horrible. IWM's been horrible. TLT was a great trade for us as rates have come in. Dash, Dash corrected. Look at that nice candle. Dash actually was better than Reddit yesterday. It was better than a bunch of them. So, if you rebought Dash after breaking 209, this upper area, and bought versus this 185 area, which is what we isolated earlier in the week, congratulations. You're probably doing real well. I do think that this 215 is not going to be the high of the year for Dash. So it's not too late to put it on your radar. It's not too late to start approaching this thing. To me and to some other guys, I think this could be a $300 stock later in the year or next year. So start really going on it. Could you take a look at VST, please? Tomorrow's earnings. All right, Tung, I'll do that for you. VST, Vistra. It's not priced for perfection anymore. It's had to move lower. Earnings plays haven't worked. I wish it broke down from here. So if you would have, got out of this mid-level area, it's up to you. I'm not going to have any options into it. It's up to you. It's, stock's been out. It's a pretty young name, right? So you go to the weekly chart of Vistra VST. It's had a huge move. It just corrected. I would just know your levels. This is now like a resistance area. So if it's trading after hours, this would be like your easy spot. It could kind of get back up to, and then you have your gap here, which you gap down like everything else, and then this is your high. So it's into support. Probably better. PC is tomorrow. It's a Pelosi name. Okay. All right, guys. Listen, let's go back to the SPYs. I'll end on that. SPYs right now are up a bunch. They're up 350. It's been a tricky, hard tape. I'm not in pounds here right now. It's fine. We got to see how it goes. Are they gonna sell the open or it's gonna hold? If you did take some longs, the best thing to do is always net money when a trade or a pre-market is in your favor, and then let it sit out. Like I'm long Amazon, so I've already trimmed a little bit. It's up 329. That's a nice push, and then we'll see. And then just keep moving forward, my friends. This is already over 20 minutes. That's my allotment. I want to say thank you to those who have subscribed to Red Dog Mindset. Hopefully you're getting some value out of the 20 at 520. That's when I'm in my sauna for 20 minutes. We're doing a workout together. I've been exercising and working out for 30 years. I've done 2 Ironman, 10 marathons. I was on the Peloton all through the pandemic like most people. I've done the 10-minute arms. So I've created this 20-minute workout, whether you have a sauna or not, where I talk about the positions, the keys of the day, what's happening pre-market. Some of you guys need a friend pre-market. I get it. Not many people are up at 4:45 and framing the day at 5:20. So if you happen to be up and you're just scrolling and you'd rather get your mind right and get yourself feeling good, well, you should subscribe and you should watch it live or do it on demand before getting into the X's and O's, before sitting at your desk and managing your positions. It's always good to get up early, drink some water, think about the day, get some sweat out, get 20 minutes for you so you're in the right mindset. So whether whether what's happening overnight is what you thought it would or it's different, you can then make the right decision at the right time, and that is how you have longevity in this business. All right, my dogs, I appreciate you. Have a great day. Just remember, 30 at 6:30 is not on Fridays either. It's 20 at 5:20. But if I like what I see and I see some more guys coming in on the subscribe button, maybe we'll do a 9 o'clock video, and then I'll be doing my whiteboard weekends, which is I do lessons every single weekend now to kind of get it on the chalkboard. All right, guys, later.